Warning: our content is intended for mature audiences only. Being an adult does not constitute maturity. If you have a strong sense of emotional entitlement, are sensitive to strong language, or have disdain for views that are not your own, this show is not for you. Viewer discretion is advised.
Time of 3 minutes 32 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by way of submission, la vencedora por sumisión, Lady Pharaoh, Alana McLaughlin.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Unapologetically Correct in Black and White.
And I'm your host, Dave from Riverside.
And I'm his girl, AMBERILLA. And as usual, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and hit that bell to get notified.
You know, this particular episode, I'm talking about this transgender business, the unreality of it, and how these people are trying to eradicate women, something I don't understand. And I'm not open for a whole lot of debate about it. So I'm going to hand this one over to my wife.
Yes, ladies, and gentlemen, primarily the ladies. This one is for us. So women, I understand completely the desire to fight for femininity. I get it. I understand why there are feminists out there. I used to be one myself. However, I cannot understand how women are standing idly by quietly while men who decide to parade around in dresses with makeup on and heels and wigs are trying to overtake us, trying to get rid of motherhood, trying to get rid of femininity, trying to get rid of what it means to be a real woman, trying to get rid of the words that go along with those things. They're talking about calling our vaginas a frontal hole. I just learned about this. A frontal hole. Now, keep in mind, I'm a woman that's had 3 children vaginally. Not to say anything to the women that have had to have C-sections. I get that. You're still, in the same boat. But how are you going to call a vagina a frontal hole? Meanwhile, those of you out there that are trans, I don't even want to call you trans women. You're still fucking men to me, that have decided to cut your penis off, flip it inside out, and shove it into a cavity that you had a doctor create in your pelvic bone to house it. Somehow want to compare yourself to an actual woman with an actual vagina and take away from us our womanhood that we were born with by calling our vagina a frontal hole. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You have no idea how much this infuriates me. We're not cis women. We are fucking women. We are not chest feeders. We are breast feeders. We're not birthing persons. We are mothers. To say anything outside of that is an absolute disgrace to your own mother, to your sister, or to any other family that you have that are genetic women, because that's what we are. We are genetically, biologically women. That's what our DNA says. You cut your fucking dick off, have it turned into a wannabe vag. 100 years from now, they dig your body up. Guess what they're going to think you were?
A dude.
A fucking dude. They're not going to know you had that thing lopped off. It doesn't change your bone structure. It doesn't change your pelvic structure, which is how they identify whether or not you were a male or a female, based on your bone structure and the way that your pelvic bone is shaped. You can't change that.
Now, let me tell you something. I say this all the time. Like I said, this is an open debate for me. Because just because you have big old frog fin feet, weightlifter's legs, an iron board back, Arnold Schwarzenegger arms, LeBron James hands you threw on a Tina Turner wig, it made you a woman. You still got an evening shadow, still going bald, you're still wearing size 12 shoes, and you're still a big dick dude. That's the bottom line. There is nothing else. And I'm gonna be honest. If I had a daughter in school and some dude brought some big dick dude in that locker room with my daughter, he's prancing around there naked, or he did something on one of these fields to knock her teeth out.
Ooh.
I'm going to, the first person what's the root of the problem? Let's get to the root of it. Is it the coach who did this on his own, or is it the principal?
That allowed it. Yeah, it's the principal.
Oh, it's the principal, Mr. Bray. I'm going to the principal, knocks teeth out.
Yeah.
And then, if he's still there when I get out of jail, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to knock teeth out again.
Yep. Absolutely. And I'll be right there on your side with bail money.
And I don't understand these fathers. I don't understand these parents. When you got some big dick dude hanging around the locker room, I understand that your daughter sacrificed a lot of time, whatever, to be on these teams. But sometimes you got to take a stand.
I was just going to say that these women, if you are on a sports team and they are trying to put a trans dude, it's a dude. If they're trying to put a dude on your team, after all the time and effort and energy you put into practice, to honing your craft, for them to shove a dude on the team, stand up and don't play. Refuse to play. Refuse to compete.
The night of the event, leave that cocksucker standing by himself. Where's the team, folks? And he's the only guy to run out.
Yep.
While you sitting at home wondering what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
And you up in the stands watching this dude look like a damn fool.
This is the problem. This is the absolute problem with Americans, is we don't stand up for anything anymore. No one stands up. Everybody toes the party line. They're scared. They're scared to be the first one to raise their hand and be like, fuck this. Well, guess what? I may not be the first. I hope I'm certainly not the last, but I'm just going to put it out there. I fucking can't stand it. How dare you? How dare you try to eradicate what it means to be a woman and say that a man can do it, that a man can be a woman? Feminists, how are you not livid about this? How are you not absolutely seething, angry, with steam blowing out of your ears? This is every single thing that women have fought against. And you guys are standing idly by like it's not a big deal. Like you're so accepting. Hold on, baby. I'm going to let you talk. But it's like you're so accepting to this. Every single thing that women have fought for decades, to get from men, some kind of inkling of respect from men. And now men want to say that they can be women. How are you not furious about this?
But they're rare, the tennis player who put her ass on the line regularly, her reputation on the line regularly, fight for women's rights, and she's gay. Martina Navratilova. They rail the piss out of her.
But that's the thing, is this isn't about gay versus straight.
Exactly.
To me. It's not at all, because gay people are great. They're fucking great. Actual normal gay people, minus the mental illness, are great people. Conservative Ant is a TikToker that I absolutely love. And he's absolutely gay. There's no denying it. There's no questioning it or anything. I have family that is gay. And there's even some people out there who are trans.
Waiter. I love the guy.
Oh, man. Our favorite waiter at Longhorn.
I love the guy.
Shout out to Jim at Longhorn. We love you. He is amazing. And he is hilarious. I have absolutely no problem with gay people whatsoever. Do not get that twisted. Do not get that mixed up with how I feel about the trans community. And the thing of it is it's not all trans people either, because there are plenty of trans people out there that became trans long before this whole movement shit came about. And they just been quietly living their lives as women or as men, depending on what they wanted to transition to. Matter of fact, I have a friend that I have known since 1999, and I call her she. She's a she to me because I thought she was a woman. She never told me she was trans. And for 6 months, I thought for sure she was a woman until one day she laughed and was like, no, I'm actually, I was actually born a guy. And I was like, what? But by that point, she was already she to me, and she didn't make a big deal out of it. She didn't force it down people's throats. And to this very day, she still lives her life as a woman. And I have nothing but love for her. Nothing but love. But if you're going to try and force people to accept you, you're now impeding on our rights, on our ability to talk about and to have feelings about what we think is right or what we think is wrong. I don't know how else to explain that, but it's like an invasion into our lives. This LGBTQ plus bullshit is an invasion. If you want to be gay, that's great. I don't care. More power to you. Be gay. If you're a man, born a man, want to be a woman, and you want to start wearing women's clothes and putting on makeup, that's all well and good too. I don't give a fuck. But when you start competing in women's sports, when you start trying to enter the women's bathroom, when you start trying to take away our words, women's words, take away and degrade what it means to be a woman, now I have a problem. A big one.
Also, the indoctrination of children.
Leave our fucking kids alone. Leave them alone.
That's the primary. Yeah, that's the major issue. To the point where schools, the government, whatever, are trying to impose this nonsense upon parents, and I'm not just force it on them. I'm trying to say it's the law.
They're trying to take away parents' rights to even pull their kids out of that shit.
Look, one more time. I don't have a child at that age, at this particular time.
Thank God.
You can bet your ass it'd be drama, a lot of drama, hell of a lot of suspense. And because all the dude did with my son was grab him by the collar. I went down and let homie know. Oh, please come sit down. It won't be that long. Put your hand on my son one more time. I'm going to crack your head. I'm going to crack your fucking head wide open. That was all I had to say and walked out. And the mother, she was a teacher there. She worked there. When she came and said, they told you not to come back. Well, all he has to do is to repeat performance. And we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah.
So now you get to the point where we are now. Do you think I'm going to allow my wife to walk into a school board and you're going to turn the microphone off? You're going to stick the police on because she has something to say about her child? The cat that's running it, I'm going to let him know. These motherfuckers, these cowards here can't get to me fast enough before I can get to you.
This is the thing, is perversion is running rampant and they're coming for our children. If you think that they're not, you are deluded.
Look at some of these parades where they're saying, they're chanting it, we're coming for your children. They're chanting it in the open.
Yeah, they're not trying to hide. This isn't a covert operation. They're showing up to schools in drag. For children. Why? Why do children need to see that? No one can explain that. Why are you prancing around your sexuality in front of children?
Why are the adults there allowing it?
Exactly. Why are the parents sitting there like, oh yeah, this is so great? No, it's not.
See, this is what I believe in. I said it to somebody before. When you go to a puppet show and the puppeteer is awful, you don't break the puppet.
No,
you address the puppeteer.
Right.
You understand? So I'm not going to address the trans dude. If you never let him in, he never got there.
That's true.
The person that let him in the door. That's who I'm going to address. And if I have to come there with a book, after I read 2 paragraphs, I'm going to try and throw it at you.
Oh, one of those sex
books? That perversion.
Man, yeah.
I'm not going to simply reading this to you, man. This is the book. And you're going to duck it.
You're going to try. When I'm angry, I've got dead aim, man.
You can't be playing. The problem is you're playing with the people, horse on the school board. You're sitting there watching women. You say, how the hell does a dude sit there and watch? I don't give a good goddamn if it's SWAT. I'm not going to just sit there and let you drag a mother out of there, man, and just sit there and And well, I'm not doing that.
But that's the age that we live in now. Like I said earlier, people don't stand up for shit anymore. They don't stand up for anything.
You know what they say? If you don't stand for something,
You fall for everything and anything. And that's what's happening. And that's why this has gotten so out of control, because people aren't speaking up. And what happens when you don't speak up? They're like, well, they must be cool with it. Let's carry on. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. And that's where we are. And let's make no mistake about this. They may not be talking about it as openly as they were a few months back about the school boards and showing the videos of the parents coming in with these perverted books that their kindergartners are coming home with, or the drag shows that are being put on, or anything else. But let's not forget, didn't we just, isn't June Pride Month? Or was it before? I don't even know, because I really don't care.
Listen.
But the point is, people are bringing their children and everything else to it. Why are we celebrating sexuality like that? Whatever happened to what you do behind closed doors is your business? Whatever happened to that?
they're trying to normalize pedophilia and the rest. Let me tell you something, dear. A lot of this comes from the leadership here.
Oh, God,
Because,
yeah.
you know, you got this redhead chick on one of these news programs, fat mouth, long living, George Jack, and a bunch of people. But I haven't forgot. She brought some dude in there looking like goofy loose ass to run around the White House.
You're talking about the redheaded,
Yeah, the press secretary.
yes, the press
Yeah, Pippi
secretary. What was her name?
Longstocking.
I don't even remember her. Yeah,
Cares.
Pippi Longstocking.
And then you have Biden brings in there pussy sperm boots
Yeah,
and gives a interview to the damn dude.
yeah.
Dude, damn it, if they were smart, would have put Budweiser out of business. If they were smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you boycotted light beer. If you'd have boycotted Budweiser, period, you'd have been got rid of that dude.
You know, it's not, I mean, yeah, we can boycott and stuff like that, but I feel like we need to do more. We need to stand up against this.
Yeah.
Because you're absolutely right. It's
Run
a
them out of the
reflection.
school. Right.
It's a reflection of the leadership. And let's talk about that. Let's go back to that and Obama, because that's when this all started. That's when this whole men using women's bathrooms and playing on the same teams and all that bullshit, that's when it started, was under Obama. Trump being in office put a damper on it all. So it kind of went back into hiding. But now that Biden's in the White House, it's running rampant, like just absolutely rampant. And the question is, why was Obama? Care to venture a guess why he cared so
what
much
they
about
say.
gay rights?
They say, and this is a fact, you can hide all you want. Birds of a feather flock together. Because this is my analogy to that. If you took a leopard, shaved the hair off it, and threw a bunch of paint on him and threw him back in the den of leopards, they're going to look at him. That's one ugly motherfucker. Yeah, but he's still one of us.
Right.
You are what you are.
Yes. And
are
saying
what
all
you
that
eat.
to say that
You are what
Obama
you
is
eat.
gay.
You are what you eat.
Yes.
You eat poison, you get poisoned.
Yes. So anyways, yes, that's where it all originated. All of this really kicked off under Obama. Why? I don't know. Maybe he's married to a dude, just saying, that is trans.
Got
And that
somebody
very
killed.
well could be why all of a sudden it's so important that trans people are using our bathrooms and playing on our teams and talking to our children and trying to convert our children to have these operations. Yeah, leave our kids the fuck alone. That's all I'm going to say on that. I've said what I said. You will never get me. And I hope I'm speaking, I hope a lot of you women out there that are listening, I hope you take a stand. You will never call me a cis woman to my face. You try it if you want to.
All I got to say is this.
And I'm a mother. I'm not a birthing person.
You dudes, start standing up there with your wives. If you got to take a day off work, you take a day off work.
Start
Go down
going
into
to
the
those-
school.
Yeah.
You know, be the man of the house.
Yeah.
You understand? All these women, that are starting all these programs, Tiffany Justice and the rest of them. Look them up. Give them a hand. Okay, man, I have grown children. Mine are grown. If you do not have grown children, as a father, you stand up, man, to the plate. You take a swing at the ball. Knock it off.
Yeah, they're a
Leave
lot
it to the
likely.
women.
Yeah, they're a lot less likely to push the fathers around than they are the mothers.
You would
Unfortunately,
look at them cats in Detroit.
right?
You
Exactly.
would look at those Armenians down there in California.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm gonna leave the rest of this to my wife, man. But
I mean, I really don't have much else to say other than we need to stand. We need to start fighting, because you can care about somebody without catering to their mental illness. When their mental illness starts to affect your reality, there's a problem. Calling women cis women or birthing persons or chest feeders or having a frontal hole is a fucking problem. Their delusions are starting to impede on our lives.
realities, yeah.
And I'm not going to stand for that. I'm not going to play a part in that whatsoever. I'm not. And if you don't like it, I don't give a shit. I really don't. So with that being said, I'm going to close it out. David?
God bless you and yours.
We out.